Mira, dímelo, corillo, ¿qué es la que hay? Bienvenidos a otro episodio de Pase Extra.
Sí, gracias a Dios.
Gracias a Dios.
Thank
Yo,
God.
people, today podcast it's gonna be in English because we have a special guest today. But first of all, I have to ask you guys to follow us, to subscribe to the channel. We almost have
10K.
we have 10 exactly. Like we have like 900 left for 10K, so it would be awesome if you guys could subscribe to this channel. My name is JP. You can follow me. You can follow Sergio, el más eficiente del mundo.
El mismo todos los días.
I was waiting for you to say that, bro.
El mismo every day, you know.
I'm here with one of the players we're huge fan of. Why? Because he represents us in the Puerto Rico team across the world with that jersey on his chest. I still remember the way he made us go wild in that World Cup game against South Sudan, dropping 21 points. Yo, we remember that.
That was crazy, bro. That was crazy.
Fun game.
Fun game, definitely. He's one of those players I've always enjoyed watching because of his style of play. So, without further ado, let's welcome Stephen Stevie Thompson Jr.
Hey,
Yep.
bro.
Thank y'all. Thanks for
real,
having
bro,
me.
I'm very happy to have you.
No, yeah, great introduction. I really appreciate that, and happy to be here.
Guys, I was with Stephen on Sunday. I couldn't ride the bicycle, but we were trying to with Ronaldo Bachman.
Mhm.
He had like a foundation, and that was great to be part of that.
No, yeah, super fun day.
It was crowded. I wanted to go. I worked, but it was really, really crowded.
It was a good amount of people. There was a lot of people out there on bikes. It was a nice day outside, so
Yeah.
everybody had a good time. I had like one of the most fun
Oh,
days that I've
for
had in
sure,
a long
for
time.
sure.
So it was great for everybody.
When you are in season, like
Mhm.
it's you don't do much. Like you like try to just go to the gym, do your things, and stay
Yeah.
home. Or do you have
Like-
a hobby to do here in Puerto Rico?
I don't really do like too much during the season, especially. I mean, sometimes if we have like a day off or if we practice like really late and I get up early enough, like I'll go to the beach or something during the day. But other than that, I don't really do much. I'm at home talking on the phone with my family most of the time. Yeah.
You're staying in Isla Verde or
I'm staying in Condado right now.
in Condado?
Yeah.
Okay. I used to go there a lot because I play
Mhm.
beach tennis.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
The sport.
Yeah.
I think you played it one time with Karatini.
I don't think I've ever played out here,
No,
but
okay.
I know what it is. I be watching people play.
Well, I used to travel,
Uh-huh.
like representing Puerto Rico in that sport.
Yeah.
He was going pro on that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's hard because you gotta. I mean, it's like every sport, but you have to pay someone to train you,
Right.
and that's I don't know why, because it's in the beach, bro. That's
Jesus,
what I'm
that's
always
free.
like. Beach tennis is in the beach, and it is very expensive. Like to practice, you gotta
Right,
pay
right.
someone for an hour $100 for this one. So it was hard. So I play for fun now.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. Okay,
Yeah.
so first, wait, I mentioned the South Sudan game.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember something like from that game?
Oh yeah, the game at the World Cup. I
Yeah,
mean,
the World Cup. Yeah.
It was. I remember we were down by like 12, like 10, 12, 14 points, and I was like, we were like, you're like, we can't lose this game. If we lose this game, like it.
That was
messes
the
up
first
everything.
game.
That was it was the first game.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the first game.
Yeah, and like if we lose this game, it makes it extremely hard for us to like advance to the next
Mhm.
round. Like it's not like we worked all this way to get here, and then to lose in this fashion would not be good for us. Good for people watching. So like we all just really had to like lock in it and like try to come back and win that game. And I just remember thinking like every play, like what can I do like to try to help us come back and help us try to like win that game. And in overtime, everybody was able to make some big plays to even send it to overtime before that. So it was a super fun, exciting, special game, and a super close game. So
When you guys play for Puerto Rico, you guys know how important it is
For us.
For us, like the fans. Like, do you acknowledge that?
no, yeah, we feel that and we know that, and it's also like extremely important
Mhm.
to us,
Yeah.
like for us ourselves. So like just knowing that a lot of people are watching, a lot of people really care about the outcome of the games makes it even more special for us to play in those games.
When you were like a child or like a young player, you always knew that you could play for Puerto Rico. Like when you were like
Mhm.
14, 12 years old?
No, yeah. I think like in middle school, I don't think I knew like the rules specifically that I was like eligible to play, like because of the rules. I just assumed that I was eligible to play for
Okay.
Puerto Rico. But like growing up, like when I would watch the Olympics, I would always cheer for PR in like any event that I was watching, or like I always dreamed of playing in the Olympics against Team USA. So like that was like big dream of mine growing up.
So when every time that Puerto Rico plays against USA, you always wanted Puerto Rico to win.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
Yo,
personal.
that's-
It's personal
yeah.
for sure.
Crazy.
No,
I
yeah,
love
like-
that.
Do you saw the 2004 game versus USA?
I was
Well,
maybe
we were
7.
the same year.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I don't really remember like
Okay.
That
too
was
much
big for
specific
us.
about watching.
I cried.
I
that day.
remember
Yeah.
when where I was and
Right.
everything.
Right. No,
But
yeah.
you should watch it on YouTube, bro.
Right. I've seen like
You
I've
seen it?
seen
Bro, Carlos
on YouTube.
Arroyo went
No, yeah.
crazy.
That was
I think, and he went to a podcast with Picolín Ortiz.
Mhm.
Picolín is one of our
Right.
better players that we ever had, and he went to a podcast, and I was thinking, I think that moment was didn't help Arroyo to
Mhm.
become like a real starter in the
Right.
NBA. Like
Mhm.
what he did to D-Wade, I think
Yeah.
they took it personal.
No, yeah, for sure. And like that's such a big stage, and to be doing that against Team USA in front of everybody, like does a lot for like everybody watching and
Mhm.
everybody supporting you, but like did a lot for his career, like you said, personally.
No, and then I saw Arroyo that went to Haslem had a podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and Arroyo went there, and they were talking about that situation.
Mm-hmm.
D-Way was there. They were
Yeah, but I mean, I remember that Udonis Haslem in his podcast was talking to Arroyo like he was making fun of them.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't understand that that's not how we think about in that moment. Like that's just a proud moment of
Right.
Arroyo.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he was misunderstood
Yeah.
for the USA and in the NBA, because bro, Arroyo was tough.
yeah,
Was
yeah,
tough.
for sure.
Yo, he used to be a backup for Stockton.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
He was a
yeah.
starter on the Miami Heat team with LeBron James, D-Wade, Chris Bosh. He was a starter there. It has to be hard to be a starter on that big team. So Arroyo, he's not in the NBA for nothing. He's good, man.
No,
For
He's,
sure,
he's
for
tough.
sure. No doubt.
Stephen. You've been part of this Puerto Rico team with these new tournaments. We call it ventanas, these windows. First of all, do you like it that way, or do you prefer the? Because usually it was like on the summer, small tournaments, like 10-day tournaments, and then you can qualify to the Olympics or the World. And
Mhm.
now you have like just 2 games,
Right.
and then in 4 months, these 2
Yeah.
games. Do you prefer that, or do you like the other way?
So when I started playing with national team, it was
Just the
it was
windows.
the window format, like was my first thing, like doing the 2-game
What do you
window.
think of that?
I mean, personally, I like it. Like, I don't mind it. Especially like because I was playing in Europe, I was playing in Italy when I first started. So like just being able to like the league over there stops, so everybody can go play with their national teams, and just being able to get away, also like a little like release
vacations.
from not really vacation, but more like you can like mentally like release from the like season that you're having, and like go do something else and try to accomplish something else with a different set of teammates, and then come back. When you come back to your team, like you're more like refreshed and like ready to go for the last part of the season. So I don't mind it like that. I like it like that, and in that aspect.
And I think that in those you draw like different energies. Like
Mhm.
you're in the middle of the season.
Mhm.
Let's take a break. You go to your team to represent your roots
Mhm.
with the teammates that you already know.
Right.
Like coming back to your team, I think that you go back to your team with more energy.
For sure. And even like so like when I went back to Italy, I think like right after that I had like some of my best games of the season, because like I was able to
Really?
like play in a different scenario, in a different situation with a different role. And then when I come back, I'm like, okay, like I'm refreshed, recharged. And even in the G League this year, like after the window, like when I came back, like it was a good stretch of games for us during that time in the G League after we got back as well.
It's crazy how the mind works, because I think that the problem is that example, you were in Italy,
Mhm.
and you were in Italy like let's say 3 months,
Mhm.
and your mind gets stuck with your role there and what you have to do there, and you forget what you can do that you're not doing
Right.
there. So
Different roles, yeah.
going to to play just 2 games, but 2 very important games helps you to sometimes remember what you're capable of,
For sure.
or what
Yeah.
what you can even see the game differently.
Right, exactly. And then even like just realizing, oh yeah, there's other types of basketball to be played. Like it's just not this team. I'm not gonna be on this
Exactly.
one team forever in this one situation forever. You got to remember like there's other stuff going on in the world, and just being able to get out and realize that helps you like refocus once you get back.
Páralo ahí. Corillo, este episodio es traído a ustedes gracias al corillo de Wingstop Puerto Rico, las mejores alitas en Puerto Rico. Yo estoy juqueado con las alitas, pero ¿saben qué? Me enviaron unos crispy tenders y obviamente no los vamos a disfrutar después de este podcast. Así que es bien importante que tú vayas a tu Wingstop más cercano. Por favor, prueba las papas Voodoo una vez, te van a encantar, la tienen bien prendida. Si no puedes ir a un juego del BSN, el mejor jangueo que tú puedes tener son las Wingstop en tu casa. Vamos a continuar con el podcast. Your dad used to play in the NBA, right?
Yeah, for a few seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, yo, he was playing.
Has to be so
Yeah.
cool.
We obviously are very huge NBA fans. How is it to grow being a son of an NBA and overseas players? Because I obviously after before this I just try to look for you and some info, your brother and those things, but he was a huge player overseas too. How it is to grow having a dad who is a professional basketball player. He's living from the dream.
Yeah.
Right. No, yeah. I mean, I was always around basketball growing up. When I was first born, he was still playing professionally. When I was really young, he was playing in Japan. And like, I think like when I was 1-2 years old, like me and my mom were in Japan, like with him. And I don't really remember much from back then, but like, it was just still cool to be able to say that now and like have that experience. And then after he was done playing, he like started coaching. So like I was still always around basketball, just my whole life, going to his team's practices and just watching and being able to shoot like afterwards, and like almost always having access to a gym because he was a coach. So it was helpful for me to develop and my brother to develop as basketball players. And then we got blessed enough to be able to play for him in college. Like he was assistant coach for both of us while we played in college. So just him being around basketball, like I probably wouldn't be here today, like playing basketball at this level if it wasn't for him being involved in basketball.
And I have this question. This may be weird, but I mean, I'm thinking as a player and thinking that one day I want to have a son. Obviously, I want him to play for Puerto Rico and be a professional player. Like he had a plan for you guys, like, okay, you guys are gonna do this, you guys have Puerto Rican roots so you can play there. Like there was like I'm thinking of the Ball family, that when there was childs, their dad used to tell them what you're gonna do, where you're gonna play.
The plan.
It was your dad like to you, like this is the way, like showing you, and it was a plan, or it just you guys were so good that it just happened?
I think like he never really like forced us like to play basketball. Like we did a lot of other things like growing up when we were young, played other sports and were involved in other type of activities and stuff. But I think just over time, like we just were getting good at basketball and like we realized that basketball was like the best thing for us and that's like the best thing that we were doing. So once we got older and we realized that, and me and my brother, we wanted to play, like we've expressed that we wanted to play basketball professionally, then it became more of okay, like so this is what you need to do. We're gonna work out this time, we're gonna go here, do this. So like it wasn't really forced on us at the beginning, but like once we got older, like he had more of a like plan for us.
What other sport you played? You said you played different sports.
When we was younger, I played baseball, football.
He used to play baseball.
But you were good. You were decent, or you were.
I didn't really like baseball that much unless like I was pitching, and like because of the rest, like I wasn't really good at like batting, hitting. I liked football, but like I broke my finger, and like I had to miss. This was in 8th grade, and I had to miss basketball tournaments because I was playing like both at the same time, and I was mad that I was missing out on basketball. So I was like, I don't want to play football like ever again. But I enjoyed the other sports, but I stopped playing. I didn't play anything else once I got to high school. I only played basketball in high school.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
It's crazy because LeBron used to play football until he was a sophomore, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But before, we don't have the technology. We don't got the phone, so we got plenty of time to do all kind of stuff. So we
Right.
play basketball, we play baseball. So
Mm-hmm.
we were borrowing like a lot of time.
Yeah,
So
I
Mm.
tried every sport.
Yeah,
I
I
used
tried
to play
everything.
soccer. I
Right.
used to play
I like
baseball.
the competition. I like
Yeah.
to beat someone on
For sure,
anything,
for sure,
even
for
in
sure.
like cards and man.
Mhm.
So
But at ping pong,
No,
I'm the beast,
he's
bro.
No, I
good.
like. I
No,
play
man.
ping pong.
no man,
bro.
you.
You
I
have
got
no
my guy
idea.
here.
I think I'm really good at
No,
ping pong.
no,
To be
no,
honest.
no, wait! Don't say that.
No,
Don't say
like,
that.
in all
He's
honesty.
good.
Bro, I'm good. My dad was really good, and we used to play like since I was small. But when
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
No,
we
you-
went like
he's
a
gonna
guerrilla.
tell you a story.
We went to like a guerrilla of ping pong with cerca to of the Quixote Morales, the Mets
Near the
where
Quixote.
Mets play, man, and it was a tough day for me. But I thought that I played good when I saw these guys and his parent and his brother and the all guys there, man. They were killers,
Yeah.
man. They were ping pong killers.
Bro,
Yeah.
in college, our basketball team, we were always talking about, wow, we good at this sport, we good at this sport. But when we used to talk about ping pong, bro, I'm the beast. And I was just waiting for the moment so I
I
can.
didn't trust you.
No one trusts me.
Right,
You know?
right.
Bro, I'm the shit on this game.
yeah.
You gotta trust
It's
me. So we
good, it's
gotta,
good.
we
I
gotta
believe it. No,
try
yeah,
that.
we gotta play for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely.
I got my money on jumping. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
How do you see the Puerto Rico future in regarding the world tournaments? Because
Mhm.
we couldn't get to the Olympics since 2004, that big game from
Right.
Arroyo, and then you guys came and make us a lot better. I mean, we are Olympic
Olympic
country,
team,
so
yeah.
this is huge for us. If we are a very small country,
Mhm.
how do you see Puerto Rico in the future with you guys growing up, with the things that Arroyo is doing, looking for Puerto Rican heritage in great players?
Mhm.
How do you think Puerto Rico might improve?
I think that qualifying for being in the Olympics was like big for us, and I think we can just continue to get better. I think the talent is definitely there. I think Carlos, like you said, Carlos has done a great job of like getting people there and getting people involved and getting people that like care and like want to win and want to make the team get better for the future and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I think like continue to get better on a world stage. I think more of the high level teams across the world, I think like they're starting like to respect us more and more the more that we do well in these bigger tournaments and like qualify for these bigger tournaments. And I think like that's one of the biggest keys for us in the future.
With these players, Sergio, like with this type of players, we can win more, like get to the next round
Make
in
a
the
lot- make
next Olympics.
more noise.
Right,
We
right,
don't
right.
have to win everything, but we're making noise.
Yo,
Some people
exactly.
know
But I mean,
we beat we beat Lithuania, man,
in Italy.
and Italy, man. That's
Mhm.
big.
Yo, okay, but we already did that, so we gotta improve.
Right,
See,
right.
we gotta
So
Another
next
bar.
time I wanna win the first round,
beat
Yeah.
Serbia and all those.
but it's
teams.
hard because
Yeah.
it's small country. What Arroyo is doing, I was thinking we were talking about the ventanas,
Mm-hmm.
and what I like about that I didn't say is that the team gets bigger. Like they're not just 12 players, because
Mhm.
sometimes you can play, sometimes Plummer can play,
Right,
It's
or
constantly changing the
Gandia
team,
can play.
Right, right.
So I think that's good because other players can have the opportunity
Right,
to
right.
to
Yeah.
represent the team.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because it's a big like honor for everybody that wants to play and represent. So like the more players that get the chance to do that at higher levels is good for everybody.
I mean, talking an example, TJ, TJ,
Fernandez.
he's a great player, obviously great shooter. He's the best shooter. Like he won the 3-point contest,
Yeah, he's a
I
beast.
think, the last year.
Right.
But being like, frankly, if it wasn't for these ventanas, he wouldn't be able to put that jersey on,
Yeah,
because we have a lot of other playmakers.
we're.
So I
this
mean,
is
we
a
have
league,
Alvarado, Waters, we
a guards league.
Gary Brown, whatever. So that's what I like. Like TJ can have this and can enjoy being part of the team too. So me as a player, I would have loved to, to have that opportunity, and I think that helps every player.
But I don't, as a fan, you get like a little frustrated because you don't see the full potential of the national team is constantly changing players. Sometimes, as a fan, you get frustrated. I get frustrated if you see the less talent sometimes, more talent sometimes. So I don't know. Sometimes it's crazy the Puerto Rican team.
But it's the same for everyone. Like for every team, it's the same. So we maybe don't have a lot of practice, but the other teams don't have those practice neither because their players are like Jivan. He plays for Panama, and Akil Mitchell play for Panama. When you were in Italy, Jivan had to come from Alemania to, I think it was Colombia, just to play 2 games.
Yeah.
So it's I think I know what you're saying, but it's the same
it's
for
for
everybody.
everybody. Yeah.
I have a question.
Wow.
We are small brothers, and you are big bro to Ethan.
To Eden.
Who wins in one-on-one?
I mean, of course, I'm gonna say me.
But I mean, in a serious
way, I'm gonna say me too. Like, I mean, if you ask him, he'll probably say him. I think I'll be him right now still. I mean, obviously he's a very, very good player. But I think growing up and in life, I think I have more wins overall. But if you ask him, he might say something different.
Okay, but is he catching up?
No, I mean, we haven't played one-on-one in a long time. Though. Like, we haven't
You
played in like a couple
should,
years.
Bro, there's something that you...
But, no, yeah, we probably have to start playing again.
He plays a lot one-on-ones with his brother.
For sure,
we get scratched and made.
Yeah, that's how
over
it gets.
here.
That's how I used to get all the time in the driveway and stuff like that. So, but no, yeah, we got to play more recently now to get a better answer for you.
Okay, so people, we don't know yet, but we will know who, because this is important for us.
It is.
And I think that playing one-on-one with your brother wasn't that good.
Yeah.
But you and Ethan were, no, tampoco así, but you and your brother were good. So growing up, playing against each other, I think every day makes you like get better.
Right. And then
Quickly.
like we used to play, our dad used to like come in and play one-on-one with us as well. So it was like all of us playing one-on-one, and our dad would never let us win.
No.
And like he was always playing hard, and he was like the most physical one out of all of us. And so there's a lot of memories.
Do you remember when was the first time that you beat? What age do you have when the first time you beat your
I don't
dad?
remember how old I was specifically, but I wasn't like I
Big?
wasn't like young. Yeah, I was like high school, later years in high school probably. But like I remember I won, and like I ran into the house. I told my mom, and like I was like, I'm not playing again for today. Like I won today. Like but I remember that day.
I'm like that with my dad. I play golf like every Sunday with my dad, and he's like my sensei. But beating him is so hard. I don't know why it's so hard beating your dad.
Right.
Maybe you don't want to beat him, or you want to be close to him, but it's so hard. But that competition with your dad is super cool. So beating your dad, I hope you can. I hope your dad can beat you right now. So
Different. You've played in both Europe and NBA G League. You play college. You play BSN. What is the biggest difference you've noticed between playing FIBA and playing America basketball, like NBA G League?
I think like specifically like from playing in Europe and playing in the G League, I think like the biggest difference is more physical in Europe, and in the G League is more athletic. Like players are much more athletic, jump higher, like cover more ground, run faster, and things like that. And also in the G League, I think more players are like they excel in like specific like they do one specific thing like really well. Like you have a really good shooter, or you have a really athletic player, driver, like a really good defender. I think in Europe, like more of the players were more well-rounded.
More overall players.
Yeah, mostly everybody could pass, dribble, shoot, like defend. So like I think that's like it's more specialty players. I think like in the G League, and it's more like overall players in Europe.
Playing one-on-one with your brother helps you playing in the G League, right? Like, because I think that in the G League, the game is more individualized. Is how it calls. Like, it's more one on one.
More playmaking.
Not that much help on defense, maybe.
Yeah, the rules are different, so like, you can't really. It's harder to help because of the rules. You can't like stay 3 seconds.
2
from the
seconds.
lane.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, in Europe, like it was more like a lot more passing, a lot more movement. Like maybe you would play like 1-2 ball screens before you actually try to like score. Like you just moving the defense a little bit, and then on the third one, like you're really trying to score. But I think it's more faster pace. Like when I was playing in the G League, faster pace. Like you're trying to score like first available action that you can get an advantage. Like you're trying to score. So I think it's different styles of play. Is like the main thing.
And I think we can see that when we see the box scores,
Yeah.
like the NBA G League or the NBA have more attempts, like a lot more attempts than the. I was watching the finals and the Final Four they were playing the Euro League. That actually, I don't know if you guys knew, this was the first Euro League championship that it wasn't. There were not Spanish teams
No Real
in
Madrid,
the Final Four. No
no
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
No, that's crazy. Like the game have
It
evolved.
evolves, yeah.
Right.
But I mean, it was Kendrick Nunn on the side. It was, and they had the shooter Mirotic. So a lot of NBA talents.
No, yeah. It's a lot of talent in
And what
over
do you
the world.
prefer? Do you prefer like what style?
I prefer to play like a faster paced style basketball, but also like the reason why I play in the G League is my goal is like to play in the NBA like at any type of capacity, even like just call up or anything. So like I think that G League like gives me a chance to do that every single time I go there. So I mean that's why I choose to play there, and that's why I prefer to play there as for now. But who knows where I end up in the future.
I think the G League is tough too, because obviously you want to go to the NBA, but
Everybody wants.
everybody there.
That's why
wanna
everybody's
go.
there. Yeah.
I call them piranhas. Like, bro, everybody who's there just one
chance.
One chance.
Right,
I mean, and I've
exactly.
seen you. I've seen your brother. I've seen Gandia. I've even seen Condit. And
Ale
I'm like,
Morales.
I know these guys can play, but they need a chance, and
Right,
it's
right.
hard to get that chance because they might be just one spot in the big team.
You saw your brother on the finals on the U League, or
I watched the games. They had the chance. It was up 1-0. I think it's best out of 3. I mean, but they had a great season, that team. Like they really played well, especially like the second half of the season, and it was good for them to make the finals. I was just hoping that they won.
Yeah. A lot of position there. So
Yeah.
Ethan, they play a lot with Ale Morales, so they know each other from Manatí, so it's easy for them.
Yeah, and they went like they played 1 season together in Manatí, 1 season together in G League, and they make the finals in both. So
in
like
both,
that's
And it's
good
crazy
for them.
because Alex Morales here plays the 3 or sometimes 4, and in the G League they use him as a playmaker,
As a guard,
as
yeah.
a guard.
Yeah, they really use him like every position. Like he really does like everything they ask him to do. Like he can do well.
What is the biggest challenge you've ever had as a professional basketball player?
I think the biggest challenge for me, like I said earlier, I had 2 goals, really 2 real goals when I was young, like 2 real dreams. One was to play in the Olympics, and one was to play in the NBA.
And the goal was play on the Olympics for Puerto Rico.
Yeah, for sure. So I got to play in the Olympics, and I got to live out that dream. And like I said, my other dream was to play in the NBA. So I think one of the hardest things for me is that I'm still struggling with now is that I haven't made it to the NBA yet, and but still trying to enjoy my career as it is now, and enjoy where I am, and enjoy where I'm able to play, and all the great things that I've been able to do through basketball. But still knowing like that's still like the main goal of mine. But like just being able to enjoy the little things, enjoy where I'm at, and not only think about like trying to play in the NBA.
Yeah, so it's like the only thing that I don't like about my career is that I'm not in the NBA yet.
See,
I mean, like I've been blessed to play in like really good situations, really good cities. I played in Rome. Like my first year overseas, I was living in Rome. Like it was an amazing situation. It was during COVID though, so like there's no tourists and stuff. So I got to like walk around and like see everything like with nobody, not a lot of people around. So it was a crazy experience. And then my second year, I was more north in Italy. I was close to Milan, close to Venice, close to Florence. I could drive to all those places in like hour and a half. So I got to see some like other cool places around that country. And then, just playing here. I played in Israel, like, and Tel Aviv was a good city for me to play in. And it was like nice weather. And I've been blessed to play in great places. So like I have no real complaints about where I played.
We were talking in the house, like about you, about the podcast, and Sergio told me, bro, he's so lucky because he's always been from Bayamón.
See, from Bayamón, you always been in good places and good you're not in the NBA, but you're not being on like Iraq. You're not being on Colombia. You're being in good places.
Sure, been great places, and even like you said, being in Bayamón, like it's been an extreme blessing. Like great situation,
bro. That's the best.
Yeah,
like for real. That's the best team right now. I mean,
that's
talking about management, talking about the championships that you guys have, like 16, right?
Yeah.
You got Bayamón.
Yeah, going for the
and you guys going for 17.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
We'll see. That's the goal. That's
you know,
the goal.
he's with Cowboys.
I
I'm
know.
going for the back-to-back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see how
I
it goes.
think
But
that's gonna be hard, but
it's gonna be super hard.
because the problem is that I think in the playoff, Cowboys is gonna have to play against Santurce
yeah,
because you guys are gonna be on top. So you guys are gonna play against maybe Guaynabo
Yeah, right now it's
or
easy.
any team that might be on the 4.
Mhm.
So I
Carolina.
mean, being in your conference, Carolina, exactly, Carolina. So being in your conference and being the best 2 or 3, it's hard because the other team,
yeah, because everybody's
tough.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody's
everybody's
good, getting better as the year goes on. But like you said earlier, just being able to be part of Bayamón and being part of a winning program, winning culture, like it's been a blessing for sure.
Okay, you play in the G League, and obviously right now you play. Well, your team is with the Bucks, right? With the
Mhm.
Bucks. I know you went to Europe and those things, but do you think it's different, like the way the players approach the games, like the professionalism
Compared to like,
Europe?
I think the approach, like at least from my experience in Europe, like everything was really like team oriented. So like when you're in practice, you're doing like 5-on-5, like or 5-on-0, 5-on-5, making sure you know the plays, making sure everybody's touching the ball, like team practices and things like that. And it's less games, so it's like you're able to practice more like 5-on-5 and stuff like that. When I was in the G League, like you're playing more games during the week, and
Less
it's
practice.
more like it's less practice, so you're not able to do as much 5-on-5. So it's more like skill development, like individual, like trying to get better on your like individual skills and stuff like that. So I think that's one of the biggest differences, I think, in terms of approach to the game. Yeah.
Like which player you would like to play alongside in the NBA? Like what would
Like
be
a
dream?
current NBA player.
Yeah, you can say LeBron because LeBron
He's still playing.
is still
Yeah.
playing. I mean,
No, yeah, LeBron would be cool. But since I've been with the Bucks G League team for a couple years now, I've been watching like a lot of Bucks games, and I think Giannis would be pretty cool to play with. Like he draws so much attention, and he's unselfish, and he's a good passer. So like he creates a lot of open shots for the shooters that they have on the Bucks. So I think that would be like a cool situation to
Yeah,
be in.
that's a good option.
I saw Giannis make a triple-double with 33 points in Boston. I'm a huge Celtics fan.
Okay.
So I go there sometimes to watch their games, and I saw him in the playoff, and he's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you think of yourself like, bro, I can play in this team? Like, in this situation, if I get the ball in the corner, I'm going to make it. Have you think
Right.
of you? Like,
No, yeah. I mean, as a player, as a competitor, I think you think of that type of stuff like all the
I
time.
think of that.
Like,
I'm not a player.
Exactly.
Every day.
Every time you're watching a game, I think you think of something like that. And especially because, like, the situation with the G League, like, a lot of those guys, like, last year in the G League that are on the Bucks, like, I played with them in the G League. And, like, I'm like, yeah, like, I see them doing it. They're great players. Like, I see their habits and stuff in practice. And, like, they're great players. They take everything seriously. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I see them doing it. So I think that I could do it, too.
In the BSN, Stephen, which player give you the welcome to the league moment? Like when you say,
In BSN?
yeah. Or, no, you know what? Not BSN. In your life. Well,
my
when you
life.
became a pro, which player you had to guard him and you were like,
I'm gonna have
this is different.
Uh-huh.
This is gonna be a big night, a long night.
I mean, I think it wasn't like it was more of a moment My first year over in Italy, I think it was our first like scrimmage game, like first scrimmage game against another team.
Okay.
And I don't remember like the player's name or something, but like I was guarding him. I was trying to fight over the screen, and like the screen, like the guy set a hard screen, and then the guy dribbling the ball was being physical too, and like got hit in the mouth, and like my lip like busted open. Like I don't know if you can see. I have I had to get stitches right here, and there's like a scar right there.
I have
Yeah.
two here playing
Yeah.
basketball too, bro.
And I was
But it doesn't look bad, bro. It doesn't.
No,
Uh-huh.
I can't even.
I can't even
Notice.
notice. Yeah.
But like so. In that situation, I'm like, yo, like this league, this is really physical. Like this is
I'm a pro
professional
now.
basketball. Yeah. So like I had to leave that game and like go get stitches like immediately. Like I was like, okay. And for that to be my first experience like against another team live action, I was like, okay, like this is
It was
another
the
level.
first
Yeah.
scrimmage against the team, so it was like the
it
first.
wasn't even regular.
the
Yeah,
fir-
it's still preseason. Yeah.
It's gonna be like that every game. Like I don't want to
Yeah.
be a professional.
I thought it was just practice.
So yeah, that I always think about that moment. Yeah.
What player on practice always give it hard to you? Like, which player would you say that in practice was tough or is tough right now?
Like right now, I think, I mean, everybody really goes hard in practice, but it's like somebody that really stands out right now, especially like lately, Jordan Cintron, like in practice every day, like when we play
plays
live,
hard,
he's
right?
going hard. He's going after every offensive rebound. He's getting every steal.
Energy player.
Very like super energy every practice. Like aggressive, like attacking to the basket, being physical, setting screens, doing everything. And seeing somebody do that in practice and like playing so hard like that makes you like okay, I got to like play even harder and stuff now and step up my level. And I think that's good for the practices. I help teams get better, and like our practices have been really well because of that lately.
Jordan Cintron.
I wouldn't.
Well, I would have thought it because I know his style of play is like that. He's the energy player of
Yeah.
that team. Like, they put him to play on those situations when they need a steal or when they need an offensive rebound.
But
And
I
like,
thought it was
was-
like that on like sometimes, but even in
I
practice.
thought you were gonna say
Chris Duarte.
Exactly.
or
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, we know that all those guys are great players too. Like it's they're good in practice too.
He's in a
But
great team, bro.
yeah,
But Danilo Ganilari, Javel McGee, Chris Duarte, how
Yeah.
does it feel
Gary
like playing-
Brown.
Gary Brown, how does
Mm-hmm.
it feel like playing around those guys?
being able to play like around high level players like that, like it makes my job for
Super
you easier
easy.
because like you just got to make sure like you're in the right spots and things like that, and like when you have an opportunity then you can attack. But the more good players that are out there on the court, like the better it is for everybody involved. You don't know, any given night one player can be doing a lot, one given night another player can be scoring a lot, and one night everybody could be scoring a lot. So it's a good blessing to have all those good
Do
players.
you think that you got the championship like in the bag, or
I mean, I wouldn't say it like that. To win a championship, you got to work. You got to
It's
work
hard.
hard. You got to win games. You got to play well. I don't think anybody ever really has a championship in the bag, but like you got to do the work to get to there. So I think we have the pieces to help us like do that.
But I think if you guys don't win the championship, it's not a good season for you guys.
No, yeah. I mean, I think about
Yeah, I think the
we-
same.
I
no,
think
right.
that. I
Because
think-
you guys are the favorite.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. The,
I think that no, en Santurce too.
no,
So, but I mean, wait. No. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that if Bayamón or Santurce or whatever who don't win the championship, it's not gonna be a good
But
season.
there's a bar, and the bar is
Bayamón.
Vaqueros de Bayamón. You know.
Definitely, but
right.
this was just one championship.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, but like as a player, as a competitor, regardless of what team you're on, like your goal is to win the championship. So like
Uh-huh.
I think if you wherever you at, if you don't win the championship, I think it's like okay, like we didn't achieve our goal, you know?
You should win the championship.
No,
I'm just saying.
I
I'm
think
just
you're
saying.
saying that because you've been on the best team like in
I'm better teams.
in
Yeah.
Puerto Rico. Because if you would have been, let's say, Humacao, who is not now, and saying if we didn't win the championship, it was a bad season. It's not being realistic because I mean I think that you have to think through where your team is right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you
Right.
are Mayagüez Mayagüez, I think if they're gonna have a good season, if they get into the playoff.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's
But
the bar
Bayamon
for
gotta
them.
win
But
because you
that's
guys
the
are right now, bro.
Mhm.
You guys are the best
no,
right now.
but it's super satisfying to see you guys because you play so well because those are good players. Danilo Ganilari is a great player.
Mhm.
Javel Magui is super great player, but Chris Duarte is different. Super
that's why
different.
the core is always full.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always
Sold
full.
out.
Yeah. Everybody
How about
wants
the fans, the Vaqueros fans? You like
the
them?
best.
The
Like
best?
that's one of probably my favorite thing about playing
Yeah.
here. Like the fans are amazing. Best that I've seen like at any team that I've played on anywhere in my career.
Damn.
And like that really makes the games fun. It makes my time out there fun. It makes all of our time as players out there fun, and like it makes us want to play better and like really like win for them. So like I'm super appreciative of them, and I love the fans in Bayamón.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you noticed something special from us, the Puerto Rican fans, about the trees?
Like
I
the
mean,
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite
different,
things. That's one of like my favorite things, and like even about that, like even it happens like with national team as well. So
Uh-huh.
like
I should say.
my brother's first window playing here, I told him about that like before the game. I was like, yo, like when like when you're about to shoot the three and you hear everybody, and then like when it goes in and then everybody like makes another noise. Like I told him like that's like one of the best feelings like that I've had. Yeah.
When he made it, you ask you like, do you feel that?
Yeah, afterwards, like after the games, like I'm actually like, yo, like remember what I was talking about? Like he's like, yeah, bro, it's crazy. And he was like,
Roberto Clemente is another feeling.
yeah, like cause
Bro,
the energy is amazing.
In this channel, we have like 3 or 4 blocks from Puerto Rican. We when we used to play against Colombia, against Brazil,
Mhm.
USA.
USA. Like we like to go to the games and do some vlogs, and
Yeah,
we've been on ads in the national TV because
Okay.
we're I have the jersey on and those things.
right. Yeah.
So
That's
okay, we're done here, but I have a few rapid questions that I want to ask you. So just just make it quick so we can. Curry or Dame for the clutch shooter, for a clutch.
Like last second shot.
Yeah. 2 seconds.
Ah.
What player are you gonna pick to draw the play for?
I mean, both are amazing shooters, but I think for a last second shot, I think I would pick Dame. I've seen him make a
Dame
lot of
time.
clutch shots. Yeah, exactly. So I think that's what I'd pick in that type of situation.
Okay.
And especially playing for the Bucks G League team, I gotta pick Dame as well too.
Oh, he's the one who's gonna pass you the ball. You gotta pick.
Oh, he's
Dame.
gonna be out a season because he busted his
Oh,
Achilles.
yeah. Right,
Yeah.
he's right. Damn. Who's the most underrated player in the BSN right now?
Underrated.
Underrated.
Like 2 people come to mind. I think Balkman on our team, Ronaldo. Like he,
You say that.
Yo, we
say
voted for him for the
Yeah.
All-Star.
He
Like, we
does.
wanted him to start.
yeah,
For real.
he changes the game. Like when he comes in the
Too
game,
smart.
defensively, he's super smart.
Smart.
Defensively, getting steals, blocks, and then even offensively, like he finishes around the rim at a high rate. He sets like great setting screens and offensive rebound and getting extra possessions. So I think like the stuff that he does like really changes like games for us. So I think and him and Pella like does stuff like that too. Pella Coco, like he sets great screens, rebounds, plays great defense. Like I think the work that they do is very similar, and I think like it's amazing for us. And I think a lot of times like the type of stuff that they do, people overlook it sometimes, but it's extremely important to help him win games.
I like that answer
Yeah.
because I like Bachman.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Favorite court to play in Puerto Rico? You can't say
Bayamón.
Bayamón. You cannot say Bayamón. Play in a
Okay.
way.
I mean, well, that would be the answer if I could say that, obviously. But I like playing in Clemente, like especially because like national
Okay.
team and stuff like that. Like, but the energy in there is always amazing, and I think like right now it's like a really good team as well. So I like when the arena's full and there's a big arena and there's a lot of people there and it's a lot of noise. So like that's probably like one of my favorites.
Favorite teammate of all time.
Favorite teammate of all time.
He like
I gotta go with Mo.
Mo?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, like this is my 4th season now with him, and like he's always bringing the energy.
one of the funniest guys ever.
Yeah, one of the funniest guys I know. Always positive energy, always working hard. Like you learn so much from him. Just being around him, you just learn so much from him about how he carries himself and how he works, and just bringing good energy and good leadership to a team. So probably my favorite team.
I want Mo to come to the podcast. So Mo, if you're watching this, we need you here.
Please, man.
Who do you think is the greatest player of all time?
Greatest player of all time. I would have to say LeBron James.
Let's go, Z.
Bro,
I mean,
Your dad says Jordan? Like, you have these fights with your father?
oh yeah, my dad always said, like, he always sending me stuff like on Instagram about Jordan and now like he's better than LeBron, but I think LeBron's best player of all time.
I think it's our age that we
our
been
age.
in, like since 2003. We've been playing all our life, so
I
we
think
see him a lot.
I think LeBron is the best player ever, but if I gotta pick one to win a game, I pick Jordan.
Yeah,
But,
Okay.
but I mean,
that's two different questions.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's just I'm not a huge LeBron fan. I'm
Really?
more a KD fan.
Like,
But I mean,
He's the best.
I can say no lies. I mean, he's the best, bro. Look at the numbers, what he's done, and whatever.
right.
If you weren't a basketball player, what would you be doing?
That's a good question. I think about this quite a lot, actually.
You've been all your life.
You can do podcast.
basketball
You're good
coach.
at this, bro. For real, you're good at this.
I appreciate you. But like that's what like when I'm done playing basketball, like I want to get into like sports broadcasting. So like that. But if I didn't play basketball, I probably wouldn't want to get into sports broadcasting. So that probably wouldn't be a good
Okay.
answer to the question. But I don't know. I like entertaining people. I like the idea of people coming like to see me like do something. So I don't know if it was like I like being in front of the camera. So in acting or something.
Something like a
Yeah.
comedian.
A comedian, yeah, I think I could do that too. I think I'm a pretty funny guy.
Has
I
to be
see
hard.
you, and I think that I don't know why, but I think you can be like a wizard.
A wizard.
Yeah, like magic
Oh,
tricks.
magic tricks?
Yeah.
It's hard too. It's harder than being a comedian.
No, yeah, but I don't know why I see you, and I think that you can be like a. How
You
do you
think
say
so?
that? A
Like
magician?
a magician.
A magician?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I would
never-
love to be a basketball player.
I
Yeah.
would. Cabrón. Everybody.
Well, people, thank you for everything, Stephen. Thank you again for coming here.
Oh, yeah.
Please, guys, subscribe to the channel. Follow Stephen, his career. You can watch his games on with Vaqueros de Bayamón in YouTube. They always have their games live, or you can go to the, I would say, the best fan base court of
Don't
the
say that.
BSN.
Don't say that. Don't say that, bro.
So, I mean, you know, the energy there, it's different. So if you guys haven't go to a basketball game, I think the first court that they have to go is
Bayamón, for sure.
Bayamón. Definitely. Thank you for having us,
No, yeah.
and see you guys.
Cabrón.
Thanks for having me. Yep, thanks for having me.